Hey everyone, have you ever wondered why you are not getting the appropriate responses out of chatgpt or any other large language model that you are using? The most probable reason for this is that you are not following the key aspects of prompt engineering and prompt priming. So in this video, I'm going to discuss about prompt priming, very important concept for you to get started. Instead of just asking general question, with prompt priming technique, you will be able to ask better questions so that you get proper answers in terms of your context, your role, and those answers are more relevant as per your context and role from any of the large language model. So usually, say for example, I am on ChatGPT and I ask something. Okay, so here if I just go ahead, I want to say, I want to understand what is agile. Okay, now you'll see this is very general question about agile. Now when we say prompt priming, what exactly prompt priming means is that you give more or extra information to the large language model, to the AI. Instead of just asking your question, you provide the context and extra information first and then ask your question. So for example, here I have asked what is agile. Okay, so let me just send this question and see what response gets generated, and then we'll understand about prompt priming and how you can improvise this or improve this query with prompt priming and get better results. So you'll see that it is getting answers, or you will get answers which are pretty generic. Now if I talk about priming, so you'll see with priming I'll provide a little bit more information. When we say more information, we can say, for example, if we talk about the agile concept, so I'll say I am software tester. Okay, so for example, there is a person who is a software tester and they want to understand from their perspective, their role, their responsibilities in the team, what exactly is agile. So now with prompt priming, I'm giving more context. So I provided I am a software tester. Okay, so this extra information will give me better results in comparison to the general information that is generic. Now with prompt priming, because I have given the role in there, I am a software tester, explain me what is agile. Now let's see what is the difference. Now you'll see the context has been remembered. Since you are a software tester, let's explain agile from your lens. Okay, so you will see a little bit difference in the answer. You'll see that your role as a tester in agile. Now as the tester, how agile impacts you from your role perspective, from what you do, how you fit in into the team, that gets more important and you get appropriate results from your context of the same query that I have asked. So this is what in a nutshell prompt priming is. Now let me take some more details and examples of prompt priming. So let me start with a generic question and then I'll add more context and you can see the updated results or updated outcome for the same question. So say for example, I ask I'll say what is testing. Okay, very generic question. So before that, what I'll do is I'll ask ChatGPT to forget the previous context. So I'll say forget previous context. Why I'm saying this? So let me send this. Now with this, what in the same prompt you will see that now the previous context, because in the previous context I have already mentioned that I am a software tester. So this is remembered, this is memorized by any large language model or generative AI. So this context is remembered. If you want the fresh start, you have to make sure that you forgot the previous context. You instruct the large language model to forget the previous context. So that's what I have done. Now I'll start fresh. So I'll say what is testing. Okay, so now with this prompt you will see that it will start providing me a very generic definition of testing in the software in different industries if possible. So for example, testing is checking, finding bugs, ensuring quality. Now I think it remembers the context of the software testing and other questions that I have asked till. So that is why it is just prompting me the answers for the IT and software. But if I say I am mechanical engineer. Okay, so I'm a mechanical engineer. Let me send this. Now it remembers that you are the mechanical engineer. I have provided the context, and now from the context, from that perspective of mechanical engineer, what is testing in general, it has updated the answer accordingly for the mechanical engineer candidate. So this is a little sort of interactive exercise that you can do to understand prompt priming. When we say priming, it's providing more context, more information for the large language model, so it understands your context, your role, and provides answers better. So even if you have asked something which is generic, you can later as well provide your role and the answer will be updated accordingly. Now along with the role, the more example that you can provide, say for example, I want the answer in a specific format, in the bullet format, you can also provide that. Okay, so I'll say update answer with 10 bullet points. Okay, so the 10 bullet points, crisp 10 bullet points, what is testing is being provided. All right, so you'll see that mechanical example, software example, continuous process, all of that detail is updated and provided. So to conclude this tutorial, in prompt priming, the important idea is to provide the role first thing, then the context. If you can provide example, that's the third important aspect, how you want the answers to be, whether it's bullet point or it is in the paragraph and 3 bullet points after each paragraph. Accordingly, you can specify. That will help you to prompt better, and that's exactly what prompt priming is all about. Prompt priming is nothing but providing the extra information to any large language model so that it knows the role, it knows the context, it has the examples of what type of output you're looking for, and then it can properly provide you answers accordingly. So that's all for this video. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one with another great topic on ChatGPT.